Justin Hoff from Baylor Athletics. Jay Hoff, thanks for being with us, Senior Associate AD for Brand Engagement. Talk about Fan Fest, big deal. I was kind of running through the schedule a little bit. Man, that's a lot going on Saturday.
No, it's a lot going on, and thankfully it's not Saturday today, right? With
right.
Weather. But just for everyone out there, 80 and sunny on Saturday. So excited about that. I'm sure that you said free. Free is a crucial element to this event this weekend. So really looking forward to everything we got going on.
I said free except for the food trucks. Food trucks, we can't give away free food there, but they'll be there, and that just kind of adds to it. I mean, it starts at 10. People could come, stay through lunch, and see a little bit of everything on Saturday, couldn't they?
Yeah, my wife actually asked me that last night. Is the food trucks free? And I said, no, you're going to have to pay for that. But
that's a fair question.
There's going to be 15 food trucks there, and
wow.
Pop's Lemonade is going to be there, one of our great partners. And so I love some of that strawberry lemonade. So I'm going to be working some of that. But yeah, certainly an appetite for the whole family. Gets going at 10, as you said. We have live music from the Sloppy Joe Band, which is a local Waco group. I think you're going to be a lot of 80s rock going on out there, and that's a appetizer, a taste for what we're going to have in the fall. Because once again, I'm not sure how much you've talked about this on your new show, but Baylor Backyard Live, we're going to have pregame concert series going on this fall. So really looking forward to that. So get a little bit of that, and I think this is something that's really exciting, JMO. The backyard barbecue cook-off.
Yeah.
Here in Texas, barbecue means something, and so Seth Russell, Chris Platt, and then Blake Blackmar, who's a pit master, knows a lot about cooking. Took that up when he was playing Baylor football. So those guys will be judging, and the winners will get a season ticket this fall to Baylor football.
Nice, very good. That's a pretty good prize. That's good. So you got the barbecue, you got the band, the Sloppy Joe Band, the food trucks are there. The Kid Zone is really cool. I mean, you got a lot of activities aimed at kids.
Yeah, and we have in Touchdown Alley, we typically have inflatables, but we're bringing a lot more than that. So we got a portable sandbox. So I know I got a 3-year-old. He's going to love getting in that sandbox. Today with the mud would be horrible, but that's going to be a lot of fun. Face painter, which we typically have out at Touchdown Alley. We also have a basketball arcade truck. There's a mobile Waco basketball arcade truck that's kind of new to town. So we're going to try that out. Also, we'll have Baylor football uniforms, so you get that big, those big uniforms on those little kids. The mascots will be out there, and then also our coloring station. So really looking forward to that. And I would say, hey, this is a entertainment event for Waco families. So I know a lot of our fans sometimes are coming from 90 minutes or 2 hours away, but this is really for the entire Waco community. When you think about Baylor University, it's in Waco, Texas, and Waco, Texas is the home of Baylor University. So more to come as we continue to work with the city. We need each other, and so this is something I think everybody can kind of get around. And then I know we haven't talked about it yet, but there's also a cornhole tournament.
Right.
And, you can win free season tickets there. So just a lot of different things, right? I mean, cornhole, barbecue, kids, a mix of everything under one.
The youth skills combine that goes on with Baylor football now, the registration is closed for that. But what a great idea that is, and how cool would that be for these kids to be right down there on the field with the Baylor players?
Yeah, this is grades 3 through 8 on this one. So yeah, we're gonna have about 300 kids there, and Baylor players and Baylor coaches. And I can remember when I was a kid, you go to these kind of things and you remember these 20, 30 years later, these kind of moments. So really cool. A lot of Waco kids there. Hey, maybe some future stars down the road. But I think the youth skills combine, we did this last year. We started this last year was the first year that we did it. So this is the second year, and it's going to be bigger this time around. And I think Coach Aranda loves this event, and we're happy to put it on.
Yeah, and remind people again, it'll be an open practice for Baylor football, not a game per se. Everybody's really gotten away from spring games, haven't they?
Yeah, this will be the second year in a row that we have done this, more of a practice type, but obviously a great chance to see a lot of new players, a lot of new faces on the Baylor football team, and obviously TJ Lagway, a great chance to see him for the first time. So I think that's a lot of fun just to kind of get, once again, a taste of what it's going to look like in the fall. here in about 4 or 5 months. We'll be out there, under the lights in McLane Stadium. So that's going to be a lot of fun when we get there. But certainly, any time to kind of wrap up the spring and also for the fans. We are when Doug McNamee came on board about 4 months ago. One thing he's really big on is the fans, and so that's how that fan first era kind of got started, and that's where Fan Fest has kind of picked up. And so this is just a start to a lot of things that are coming in the future. And you need some great weather and some luck from Mother Nature to do it. And so we're keeping our fingers crossed.
Yeah. That's where I was going next. Doug has talked a lot about fan first era. I mean, that's a real thing. And that really goes back to Doug and his great memories growing up and coming to Baylor and coming to Baylor games. And he remembers that. He wants other Baylor families and kids to have that same type memories.
Yeah, and he's really big on the three F's: fans, football, and funding. And so I think those three things, you're going to see that as we continue. But certainly on Saturday, you're seeing two of those with fans and football. And so, in the fan first era, just some things just to kind of go back to what we've done so far. And we got a lot more coming. You can't empty the tank right away. But the Baylor backyard tailgating kind of coming back in house. We want that environment outside of McLane. The moment that you arrive, the moment you park, we want that to be happening live. And so the Baylor backyard tailgating is a big piece of that. As you then move into, and along with that is the Baylor Backyard Live, which is our concert series. The original Bear Walk, that returns right in that area. And so really, I think that's a huge piece, right? Having the players that make up our Baylor football team and all the coaches intimately there with our fans, and you get to see them before the game. And then as you work your way in, our fan first concessions, having the all-time low prices, leading the Big 12 conference and among the lowest in the state of Texas as you work in. So really thinking about the fans in every way, shape, or form. And like I said, J-Mo, we're not done yet, but this weekend is really that first event with the fans. And, I know my family is going to be out there. If you got a family, once again, it's great for the kids. The adults, great for them. And I think, that over 40 crowd, great music as well, hearing some 80s hits.
I think there's a little bit of something for everyone on Saturday. So BaylorBears.com/FanFest outlines the entire schedule for the day. Really begins at 10 a.m. and it's at the South Plaza at McLane Stadium. And it's free. Everything's free except the food from the food trucks.
Yep. Not this year, but I also say, hey, the NFL draft is going on.
Yeah.
We're going to have that on the backside display there at McLane Stadium, so you can watch that as everything's going on stage. And then I would be remiss to not thank our brand engagement team, just everyone that's put great amount of work here. Aaron Fordyce, who leads our marketing fan experience team, who came on in August, who I know has got a lot of great plans for our fans heading into next season. He's been really the architect here, so he's done a great job. But also, this certainly is not possible without Doug and also Javon Overshone. You want to do these really cool events. They sound great in nature, but there's money, right? It's nothing necessarily free for the fans, but put on these shows, it does take resources, and so it takes backing to do that. And so we have that right from the top of the administration. But yeah, everything get going Saturday, 10 o'clock. It's going to be great weather. It's free. Bring the family out. It's going to be a great Waco event.
Man, that sounds so cool. Hey, thanks for giving us the details. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, J-Mo. Take care.
All right, man. We'll see you.